Hello, once again, everyone. So, today I'm going to talk about the vampire book, Carmilla. Um, this was actually recommended to me by an employee at Barnes and Noble. I had not heard of it, but she told me how it was a precursor to Dracula and had some of the influence for Dracula. I knew, having been a huge fan of classic horror, and Frankenstein is one of my all time favorite horror stories of all, but I never liked Dracula. I thought it was boring, I thought it was overwritten, and I had heard that it was actually ripped off from other things. Well, if you know the story about how Frankenstein was created, the weekend that Mary Shelley was with Percy Shelley, Lord Byron, and then Polidori, I think is his name, they decided to tell ghost stories. And of course, out of that weekend, the story of Frankenstein came, and then the the novella The Vampire from Polidori came. Now, Frankenstein came out in 1818. The Vampire came out in 1819, and then Carmilla came out in 1871. Following that, in let's see, what was it? 1897 is when Dracula finally came out, and of course, everyone when they think of vampire, they think of Dracula. So one of the things, looking into it a little bit, um, I have to say this was a fun read. I enjoyed it because I liked some of the sort of Victorian era, the romantics, the way that they wrote the narrative, and the voice that they lend to their narrators in their stories. So I really did enjoy this. Um, but what I found really interesting is that looking into some of the history, because I always thought that Bram Stoker was really uh, ripping off the vampire story. And as it turns out, there's a lot of Carmilla that Bram Stoker took from. So, Carmilla, what I found fascinating, sorry if I'm saying that a lot, is that she used a little bit of the old folklore vampire of the cause for vampirism, like a suicide or improper burial, and then she also used the aristocratic and attractive, you know, vampire that pulls you in and has sort of that emotional connection and everything. So the it's really neat how she melds the two ideas together, and then of course, Bram Stoker takes it a little bit further and creates, you know um, the Dracula that most people think of whenever they think of the original vampire stories. And then of course, the more modern Eve takes it that much further with Anne Rice's vampires. So anyway, this was a super fast read. It's only a little over 100 pages. It's really just a novella. I'm really pleased that the lady at Barnes and Noble recommended it to me because I was wanting a fast read, and I hadn't read a classic horror in a long time. Um, and the one of the appeals that she told me that she liked about it is because the main characters are female. It's pretty fascinating. And Carmen Maria Machado, um, she did the editing, and so some of what was originally written, she pulled together, and she did footnotes and things like that for references. And her comments in her introduction were really great. So if you have a chance, go to your library, go to bookstore, get a copy, see what you're missing, and um, have a good day. Bye. I'm always looking for new stories to read, so if you have any book recommendations, please put them in the comments below. And remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Until next time, happy reading and enjoy the show. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm always looking for new stories to read, so if you have any book recommendations, please put them in the comments below. And remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Until next time, happy reading and enjoy the show.